Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good, they're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this is the House of Khadlaj. House of Khadlaj is another Middle Eastern perfume house from United Arab Emirates. They've been around for a few years and they have quite an extensive perfume lineup in their portfolio, probably about at least 100 of them. And I unboxed and reviewed a few of their fragrances before, and for the price they are quite impressive. So this one in particular is called Khadlaj Wow Oud EDP 100 ml. Is targeted unisex. In United Kingdom you can find it under £30, and for that price it's not a wow oud. It's more like a meh oud, well, at least for my taste, for my age, for my experience. So under £30 is not a bad perfume at all, you know what I mean? So don't get me wrong, it's a good perfume, but I think for an entry oud, or for people who don't know what oud is or they never smelled it, probably this is not a good choice. So under £30, meh oud rather than wow oud. And also this is a little bit on the lost side. What I mean by that is, the oud lovers will find this, it doesn't have anything special in it, and people who don't know oud, if they buy this, they find it quite offensive basically. So it is lost in categories, you don't know where to put it exactly. But overall, if you find it for a good price, let's say under £20, it is a good perfume. Overall, it's not a bad perfume. So in terms of first thing first, presentation very nice as always with Middle Eastern houses. They give you everything plus the kitchen sink, and in this case is the same. Box, bottle, everything is beautiful, especially for a price. In terms of performance, it's an okay performer. I mean, okay to good. It's not a huge performer. I was expecting more. So because it's an oud, when you say wow oud, give me a wow oud, not a mediocre, you know what I mean? So performance wise, on my skin went easily over 6 hours, on t-shirt goes easily over 8 hours, but I was expecting it to be at least a beast mode for that wow oud name, but we didn't get that here. So performance wise, moderate to good, but I was expecting more, so a little bit of disappointing here. Although again, it's a good performer, but it's not a best performer or an excellent performer. Projection wise, similar story, an arm length of projection for about an hour or so, and after that you come close to the skin, but you always have a good bubble, good cloud and a good trail behind you. Not a huge one, it's not a huge projector. The projection of this is on the moderate side again, so it is longevity moderate to good, projection moderate to good, so similar story there. So for that was a little bit of disappointing there. When you call something wow oud, give me a wow oud. Don't call it a wow oud and then you don't give me a wow oud in here. At least give me something that it punches me in the face and is huge, is big, is bold, is unapologetically in your face, then you have a wow oud. But in here everything is moderate to good, which is doesn't making it wow, making it meh oud to my nose, my experience, my taste. Other thing is a little bit disappointing in here is this is mainly about the leather. So this is a big leather perfume, so the leather is in here is quite rugged, it's quite rough, it's quite on the dark side, yes. But why call it wow oud when the main player here is the leather? You should have called it wow leather. Again, that is a little bit of disappointing there. But overall, for under £30, you can forgive these things, because the smell overall is quite nice. Okay, it's not it doesn't wow you, it doesn't give you anything special, especially if you know oud, if you have few oud in your perfume lineup, in your perfume collection, or somebody who's coming from fresh fragrances, a novice who doesn't have any oud. This one probably it would be like a little bit too much rough leather for you. So that is another hint of disappointment there. So let's get to the who is it for. This is, to my nose, quite unisex, but leans a little bit on the masculine side. So it is 50-50 unisex, yes, but leaning a little bit masculine because of that dark leather. In terms of age, I would say 25 years and older to be on the safe side, because after all, this is an oriental perfume and is better suited for people who have a little bit of experience in life. And in terms of occasion, this is one of those Swiss Army knife. You can dress it up, dress it down, special occasion, casual, daytime, nighttime, formal, informal, anything you want. It's very, very versatile. And in terms of season, it's better suited for cooler weather. But unfortunately, because it doesn't have the oomph, it doesn't have the strength, again, that is a hint of disappointment there. I would say you can use it all year round. Apart from very, very high heat, it could be a little bit cloying. So let's get to the perfume itself. The perfume itself, the notes breakdown is quite simple, and overall it's quite a simple perfume as well. So on top we have saffron, and in the mid we have orris and rose, and in the base we have oud, vanilla and leather. Yes, these are the main players in here, and there's nothing else in here to give it facets, to give it layers, to give it complexity. It is overall quite a simple perfume. So it opens up with that big saffron and the leather. So the leather, if I give you two words, what this represent is spicy leather. So this is what you're getting mainly, most of this perfume. Okay, so it opens up with a very spicy leather. The leather in here is quite rugged, it is quite rough, it is a little bit on the dark side. Again, the dark side of this perfume is on the moderate side. So that is what I have the problem with this perfume. Everything is in the middle. There's no right or left. You know, either make it strong or either make it, you know, something that is palatable for everybody. So in here is again in the middle of the road. So when it opens up with that dark leather, which is quite on the moderate darkness, and the leather in here is a little bit on the rough and tumble, a little bit on the rugged side, and a hint of animalicness in here, not too much, just a faint hint of animalicness. The saffron is here by far the biggest player after the leather, which makes it very, very spicy. To my nose, I'm smelling something like nutmeg cinnamon combination as well, but very, very faint. But mainly saffron is the spice of this perfume. Rose in here in the background, again, moderate on the rose. So why everything's in moderate and the middle and the hint of it. If you call something wow, give me something wow. Either make the leather wow, or oud wow, or rose wow, something that is huge, big, bold and in your face, and then you can call it a wow. And this wow is completely lost in this perfume. So the rose in here is on the moderate side, is mainly in the background again. Iris I don't, or orris root I don't smell at all. Hint of resinous in here, and just again in the moderate side of resins. The oud on the moderate side of oud again, middle of the road, not too much, not too little, just a hint of you know, warmth and resin, and that smell, a special smell of you know, some accord that is giving you the impression of oud in here. Vanilla giving it a moderate amount of sweetness. Again, that is another aspect, which is moderate, not too much, not too little. Again, everything in the middle in here. And the leather by far is the biggest player in this perfume. From the beginning to the end, always the leather is the dominant player. But again, I was a little bit disappointed because even the leather in here doesn't give me the oomph. It's just basically, it's like everything is, yes, hello, and they go away. Hello, and they go away. You know what I mean? So it's nothing here to capture your imagination, or at least my imagination, because I have so many perfumes in my collection, and also I have so many leather perfumes in my collection which are much better than this. Some of them are same price, some of them even cheaper, some of them even more expensive, but I will show you in a minute what I recommend instead of this one. So leather, leather. Yes, the leather is dominant player, but again on the moderate side of leather, not too dark, not too little, not too rough, not too little, not too animalic, not too, you know, everything is moderate. Spices is mainly saffron and a hint of that cinnamon nutmeg combination. Let's about powderiness in here. Sweetness is on the moderate side. The floral is mainly rose, which is again in the background in the moderate side, and the vanilla is on the moderate side, which is not too much sweetness in here, which is on the moderate side of sweetness. So you can tell where it's going. So overall, I don't recommend this perfume for these reasons I mentioned. If you want Wow Oud, go with this. This is فقط للرجال. Why they make it so difficult, the names? This is رصاصي فقط للرجال, is 50 ml, is EDP 100 ml. Okay, it's half the size of this bottle, because this one is 100 ml, you're getting under £30. This one is 50 ml, you get it under £30. But believe me, this is a much better oud if you are a oud. If you are after a good oud, this one is a wow oud. This one is a meh oud. So this one is the wow oud you are looking for. If you're looking for a wow oud, this is the one, because this one, the oud is huge, is massive in your face, is loud, is obnoxiously loud, and is very, very long lasting, beast mode. Although this bottle in front of me, this is about 5-6 years old, it's not a new bottle, it's an old bottle, but nevertheless this is a much better wow oud if you are looking for that wow oud in particular. This one, it's got big spices in it as well. It's got big leatheriness to it as well. They got animalicness to it as well. So everything is in here is much bigger than this. In the here, everything is meh meh, and here is big, big, big. So this one, to my nose, for my taste, for my age, is much, much better perfume. Although it's half the bottle size of this, but I think this is much better perfume if you go. If you are going to choose this one because of that Wow Oud name, I recommend this one over this one any day. This one smells great. Mamma mia, the rose is huge in here as well. The sweetness is big, the leather is big, and also the animalicness is huge, and the oud itself is massive. So everything in here is done very, very big way, and that's why I prefer this anytime, any day, any moment over this one. So recommendation, I don't recommend this unless you find it for very, very cheap price. Then why not? If you want a big performer, go with this one. If you want a big oud, go with this one. If you want an animalic, go to this one. If you want it very, very not challenging, although this one is quite challenging, but it's not super challenging, but it is basically loud oud. So the oud in here is super, super loud, and is deep and complex and layered, and everything is lacking in here is in here. So to my nose, this is a wow oud, this is a meh oud overall. So I recommend the Rasasi any day over this one. But this one overall is not a bad perfume, but to my nose is not a wow perfume. It's a meh perfume, a meh oud. Okay, so if you are looking for a meh oud, this is good for you. If you are looking for a wow oud to wow you and give you something that is a special, go with this one for a same price bracket. Okay guys, so that was the review or update of this perfume from House of Khadlaj. Unfortunately, it was a little bit on the disappointing side overall. I'm not saying this is a bad perfume, I'm not saying don't buy it, I'm not saying it's not good, but there are better alternatives for it. For example, this beauty here. Okay, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems, and this beauty is definitely hidden gem. This one is okay. If you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes, I'm a perfumer myself, I make my own line of perfumes. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker. So they are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people, United Kingdom. I leave them in the link as well. They are huge perfumes. They are big personalities. They are like time capsule. They take you different places, different time. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of, and that is the big characters coming from, and they are super artistic and very unique in the same time. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for your love and support, and I see you later. Bye.